Hello, hi, and welcome back to another episode of In the Same Boat with Aditya Joshi. I am your host Aditya Joshi, and आज का थोड़ा सा अलग है intro because I don't have an intro today. We're just going to jump right into the guest. Usually I talk for a couple of minutes and I'm going to do something, but I don't have it today. Now, अभी ये you have to figure out whether I actually got lazy and I didn't write an intro for this one, or is all of this a planned introduction? Either way, this is YouTube. So I don't know why I've been keeping my guest a secret from the beginning. And you already know who our guest is today. And it's in the title. I mean, come on. But I'm sure you are here for our guest today. My guest today is an actor, a model, a dancer, a singer, a traveler, and so much more. She has accomplished so much. I'm really pleased to introduce to all of you Pranati Rai Prakash. Hi, Pranati. Welcome.
Hi everybody.
Hi. Thank you for being here, first of all. I'm very glad that you accepted. I think we've just spoken a little bit, other than like a little bit over text and stuff. I don't think we've actually met. We just went for one play,
Yeah.
which was actually a very good
so
play.
happy I came. I checked with you what you were doing, and then that's such a fun play.
Yeah. But then after that, this is the first time we're meeting, which is, I think, okay, right? I mean, it's fun
Yeah.
that we're meeting in this setting.
Yeah, and we get to chat, so we can cover up for all
Yeah.
the talking that's not happened. Yeah.
But as I said in your introduction, as I mentioned, there is a lot you do and lot you've done. You're dancing, you're shooting, you're working out, you're singing. I do have a question. I mean, how do you manage all of you? Also have just 24 hours in a day, right? Because it seems like you do a lot in a day.
Yeah, I do a lot because I think all of it is something that I love. So
Mhm.
if I wasn't doing, then like I just don't know what to do, and I'm like, okay. Or I can meditate. I can always like just sit and meditate. But I
Uh-huh.
save that energy, and then I'm next thing dancing or next thing doing whatever. But yeah, things that I love.
So so you need to keep doing something all the time.
Yeah, I think I am a creative person,
Mhm.
and it's important for me to be creating all the time, be it creating with my body or
Mhm.
just writing something. Yeah, it keeps me excited, and I'm quite a thrill seeker, so I need something new all the time. Like, yeah, I love it.
Wow. Okay. All right. All right. But like you said, you sit and meditate, which is like a calm and centered thing to do.
Hanji.
But are there days or are there times where you're just like sort of sitting and just not doing anything? Like, I'm not gonna do anything.
Yeah, so I think like that's the point of meditation. When I meditate, I literally just like sit. And the times when I'm thinking a lot, when I'm overwhelmed, when I have just so many emotions,
Mhm.
could be happy, could be not happy,
Yeah.
but I am aware that I am feeling a lot inside.
Mhm.
And I think right now, this phase of my life is about really getting a control over my emotions.
Mhm.
So every time I know that I'm just feeling a lot, I sit and I do nothing. And that's meditation for me. I have this Rudraksh
Mhm.
mala that I wear.
Mhm.
I also have like more Rudraksh that I keep in both my hands. And
Mhm.
I breathe until like I feel like I'm at that neutral.
Mhm.
Because I think for all artists, being neutral is so important as much as feeling intensely and creating something is, but you need to be at a ground zero because otherwise where do you go?
That's actually a very interesting point, because I've always, like, as an actor, I think I've always felt that you need to have mastery over your emotions. That is like a part of the job. You can't be erratic, or you can't be all over the place with your emotions. You need to, like you said, neutrality is so important, because कभी कभी scenes भी जब हम लोग shoot करते हैं तब like you're shooting an intense scene today, and then like right now,
Yeah.
and then once that scene is done, you have to do the happiest scene in the movie.
Yeah, and you have to detach yourself from that emotion
Yeah.
in life, on screen, or in life.
Mhm.
You have to detach yourself from that emotion. Like if I'm playing this sad person attempting suicide, etc., right, for my character, I'm not that person.
Yeah.
And I need to get out of it and be like, okay, this is Pranati and this is my life where I do very normal things. I need the most basic food, like everything normal. to detach. And then when you're like neutral and normal and very basic, I live a very basic life, and then you can also become new characters.
Yeah.
In terms of even like scene or acting. Yeah, when it's like a longer format, you don't want to completely detach and come out of your character. But yeah, in life, of course, you do.
Yeah, but also I'm guessing you must have met a lot of different kinds of people, because you've lived around. You're an army kid, so you've lived around the country quite a bit, and I'm assuming that you must have met a lot of fascinating people here and there around the country. And do you, like, is there anything that comes to mind when I talk about this? Like, there's any specific instance or a specific person or a character?
Yeah, all the different people that I've happened to meet. The most interesting ones, of course, are like reflecting in my head right now. I think the last really interesting person I met, there are many, many, many people. So yeah, when I travel, of course, right, I'm in a new place. And the new people, like I was in Leh a month or so back. And this driver was very interesting. His name was also so interesting that I don't remember. But I remember like going to Pagangso and coming back, and that was like some hours of talking. And there was just like me talking to him, and then you get like their life perspectives and how they see the world. And then we talk about Bollywood and some myths, and I'm like, no, and I'm like this cheerleader, and I'm like, no, I saw that. And then we talk about, then yeah, of course. Then, okay, another interesting person was, I was coming back from Uttarkashi and I was in a helicopter. And so this pilot, okay, so I was like, oh, can I click like, the moment I sat and I got the window seat, there were only 6 of us in the helicopter, and everybody was like shut. They were like frozen. And I entered and I was like, am I allowed to take photos and videos? And he went like, Captain Pratap, his name is. He was like, yeah, sure, lady, or something like that. And I was like, yee. So again, like, and like when you interact with someone, right, there's a part of them that you are communicating with, you're interacting with. So it's just like, I mean, it's a luxury, it's a treasure to be with talking to anybody in whatever capacity and get to know their point of view on things and their world, know a little bit about their world. And that also helps me like meet you and get talking, because it doesn't inhibit me. I feel like, oh, I maybe know this person. You know?
Have you always been like this, like, you know, talking and going out and talking to different kind of people, or were you like shy and this is something you've learned now?
So this is not an extrovert-introvert thing for me, if we were to put it in that category.
Yeah, I don't know why I categorized it that way, but okay.
Yeah, no, so I'm not. Like, I feel like I'm part-time extrovert when I want to and part-time introvert when I want to. And I know it, like, it's that self-awareness. So, yeah, there could be a lot of people and I might not feel like talking to anyone. So I just won't. But of course, if somebody comes to me, I'm more than happy. It's more about that bandwidth of how much talking can I do at a point of time. But yeah, in general, it's a vibe thing for me. If like I vibe with that person, I'm very spontaneous. So I'm just talking. It's not pre-decided. So yeah, answering your question, was I always going out? I was in the cantonment and I played all the games and sports inside the cantonment at my bunch of friends. And we were all very similar people, like this army cantonment, army people thing. When I went out, because I changed so many schools, so every time there were like new kids, different types. For me, it's the same thing. Like, I am right here as however I am, and I want to know more about you. And people talk and they want to share. And as long as they're sharing, I'm talking. That's the thing. And if I don't get good vibes and somebody's being like mean and rude, then I don't talk. Then I'll be at home painting, sketching. So I can do both.
Yeah, that is also something I forgot to mention in her intro. Painting, sketching. There's just so much you do. Like, this is, it's really fascinating because I tend to get lazy sometimes, you know, like there are a couple days when I'll just be like, it's okay if I'm not productive today. Do you feel the pressure of productivity, or are you like, I'll take each day as it comes?
I do feel the pressure of being productive because I'm in the city all by myself. I have to like make everything happen for myself. and it's not easy to be in the city.
Mhm.
You know, to be in this profession, to be doing everything that one does.
Right.
And yeah, so I just want to make the most of every day, be it just doing classes and,
Mhm.
you know, my regular routine, like a good routine.
Right.
That I've gone to the dance class and I've gone to my gym and I've like read a few pages and written in the diary. Those are like regular things that I have to do.
Right.
It's not being productive. It's like the basic.
Mhm.
And beyond that, of course, if I come and do an interview, then the productivity is like further double tick because I feel like, okay, there's something, auditions.
Yeah.
So that just makes me, but yeah, I have to be, because my dad always told me as a kid, like,
Mhm.
be constructive.
Right.
That's how like a lot of drawing, painting and everything began, because he would always be like, be constructive. So I don't think like I have memories of me just chatting with my friends. Yeah, when we were playing, I
Yeah.
was playing with the boys, jumping terraces.
Mhm.
But otherwise, not really like just sitting and chatting, you know, then I'd be
Mhm.
doing something, that I have something created, that I
Mhm.
have done something. But this is
Yeah.
also a problem. You cannot always be creating something. You
Yeah.
need to.
But I mean, I don't know, like from, let's say, from the other side, because
Mm.
I can tend to be a little lazy. I would say that I'd prefer, you know, creating something all the time, even if it's creating something bad. You know, I'd prefer
Henna, you
having.
fall in love and then like you're feeling something for this person and you write a few lines, or you write
Yeah.
like a, yeah, but again, creation also needs that numbness. Where like I
Yeah.
do have the points, like abhi dance class se subah mein,
Mhm.
I had one class and then I had another thing and then I
Mhm.
got back home, and then I just like, yeah, so yeah, I was just like, I need to like, I didn't even think, I was doing nothing, I was just like on my bed, you know, like breathing and like just there doing nothing, and then I have a coffee and I'm like yeah. But yeah, there are times when there's nothing, like I do nothing,
Mhm.
because you also want to feel like, once I go from here, of course, like today has been hectic. I had this class and then
Yeah.
I'm here, and of course, like I got ready in between. Then I have a fest to go to,
Mhm.
and we were to meet at 5:30, but I think I'm going late for sure. And then I want to go to the gym.
Mhm.
Then I come back and probably
Yeah.
watch a series, but that time is going to be like zone out and just take in and reflect on everything that I have gone
Mhm.
through the day. That time is also very important.
Right. No, of course. I mean, reflecting is incredibly important. But if you had to, like, just tell us a little bit about, you know, like you said that you're in the city by yourself, and you've been here a while. Like I remember the last time you were sharing your story that you've been here for a while. Did you always want to be an actor, or was this something like you decided eventually that, okay, this seems interesting?
No.
Because your education is like you graduated from NIFT, so.
Yeah. I always wanted to be an actor because I knew that this is where I belong. When I saw these actors on the screen crying and dancing and doing whatever they were, I was like, I could be crack for the world, but that's where I belong, because those people seem to be doing the same things that I love doing. They are like my vibe and my tribe, and so I always knew it. However, I had no idea. Like, I know a lot of defense background women have really made it big in the industry. Um, but like, there was no way of like, oh, how do you become an actress? Or like, is
Right.
it even like a job that you. Nobody talks about stories that how, like, I can now, like, how, what's the process of being an actor and what it takes to be here. Now I
Yeah.
can really like elaborate on that.
Absolutely.
But back then one didn't know, right? It was like, oh, somebody gets picked up somewhere and something like that happens, you know, because you're, it's like a manifestation, by chance thing. So anyway, so I never thought of ki acha kaise banenge. Always pursued my heart. And when I was in NIFT, I got selected for Miss India.
Yes.
I used to go for college fest, so I also won these personality and beauty competitions at fest. So I already had that inclination for the stage and performing on the stage, and I would quite sometimes be like little cool, and everybody was like, "Yeah!" and the entire audience, like hundreds of people, are hooting for you. And I was like, yeah, that's my thrill. I got it. And then I think I kept manifesting ever since Miss India. Like every audition, I wanted to give my best. Got selected for one gig after the other. But yeah, college second year is like when all of this started.
Yeah.
And yep, it's just like kept growing, and here I am.
Here you are, successful, and you've done a lot of work. That's great. Yeah, that's great. I mean, you mentioned Miss India, and after that, you also did India's Next Top Model, and you won, which is like congratulations. I mean, I know too late, but still. But what was that journey like? I mean, that time period when at that time you weren't acting, like you weren't acting per se, but so what was that period like when you were modeling at such on such big platforms, let's say?
So that phase was a lot about finding myself while I pursue what I love. So India's Next Top Model, I got selected for the competition. I had watched America's Next Top Model on MTV, I think, as a child. And I was always fascinated by the makeovers. And I actually am like a live proof of how I just change every time there's new hair, makeup. And now with my acting skills, I can become different people. But modeling is, I think, that first phase, of acting where like you go through these transformations and you become different people. That is how I approached it.
Okay.
Then again, as a journey, India's Next Top Model was... like I think it had these challenges where like we had to walk in 6 inches heels on the pool on these platforms and everybody was falling, including myself. But it was so much, it wasn't as much about just like, people think like, oh, it's just that picture, but it takes a lot to create that one picture.
Right.
And me being so fond of visual arts, like photographs, like when I'm modeling, I'm not modeling because I'm like, I am this. I'm just like, so in my head, once I see the frame, I'm just painting even then, okay? So my mind's working like an artist and I'm like, how would this frame look nicer? Or if I just went like that, or if I just, and then asked them to put music and I'm like, do. India's Next Top Model wasn't so luxury. Like, it was like, whoa, everybody's cameras like, let's go, challenge on. And you're like doing these daredevil actions and horse play photo shoot and hanging from like 50 meters and being a Wonder Woman pose. So all of that was super challenging and I love challenges. I kept doing that, just like, and then I won it. Yeah.
You got to teach me modeling because I suck at it.
Sure.
I can't for the life of... If someone says, hey, I'm going to take your picture, I'm finished. I just kind of go...
No, just like...
Or I give a weird ass smile I've never given in my life. I give a smile I've never given in my life whenever someone takes out a phone and says, hey, let me click a picture of you.
Really?
I can't. I for the life of me cannot. I don't... Like, it's just... I don't know what it is. Like, I cannot for the life of me do that.
Yeah.
So like whenever I see pictures of like, models or anyone or like on those magazine covers and stuff, and I'm like, how do you guys?
I think it's very easy. I think one thing common between acting and modeling is you're talking to the camera. So you're just talking. So I talk different things, like whatever I have to say, I make that expression and I feel that vibe and I do it. And then your energy is captured on the camera. That's how it is.
I've never thought of it that way. Literally, never thought of it that way.
I love talking to the camera. It's my safe space.
That is so sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, like because people can judge. People can like even what you share with them, go ahead, put it out, But camera, I feel, is like one place where I can just liberate myself, do whatever the heck I want and be like, oh, I was just doing it for the camera.
I feel, I also
like
feel
if I imagine, like if I just went like that to a guy, he will like start hitting on me, for example, but the camera doesn't do that. And further, I can put that picture out and just like share it with like many
We're going to test this out on a reel. We're going to take that clip and put it as a reel.
Yeah, that one expression like that. But you agree, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's an interesting way of looking at it because I think I feel I don't know. I think maybe in the modeling phase, or when you were going through the process of learning that and doing those challenges, maybe somewhere you also became a lot more comfortable with yourself? Like I'm a little comfortable with myself, but the second that there's a
Acting
camera
has
turned
taught
on.
me to be comfortable with myself.
Mhm.
Modeling is like a facade.
Okay.
Right? Because
okay.
you're not yourself.
Mhm.
Because you're not talking. You're not
Right.
speaking dialogue. So you can
Right.
create this entire image and facade of being a somebody.
Right.
But acting requires you to involve more senses,
Mhm.
right? Actively.
Yeah.
Your voice.
Mhm.
So you're engaging not just the visual senses, but also like, yeah, you're talking. It's a
Mhm.
lot of other things,
Mhm.
which will reflect who you are. So
Ye-
that means
yeah.
like you have to now start getting
But-
comfortable with yourself.
Yeah, but then for me, at least for me, like the reason I said I think I'm bad at taking photographs is because even when you're acting, like एक character होता है सामने. Like even if I'm bearing myself,
Yeah.
I have to, because otherwise that honest emotion will not come out.
हाँ जी.
But मुझे पता है कि somewhere in my
It's
head it's
going
like कि
in
there's a
that-
character.
वो तो
हाँ, मतलब थोड़ा सा
इसलिए
ऐसे
कर
जाता
रही
है
हो.
वो.
हाँ,
हाँ,
हाँ.
मतलब ठीक है, this character.
So that is the intimidation thing, na? That's
Yeah.
when like the best actors are
Mhm.
so fierce that they
Yeah.
could do anything on
Anything.
camera. That's when like you reach there.
Mhm.
Like,
That's
yeah.
why I'm not there yet. No, but speaking of acting, you're very fit, like you said, gym and everything or fitness is a daily is a part of your daily routine. So are you interested in action films? Do you want to do action and
Of course.
or like action comedy? What do you?
Action for sure.
Mhm.
Comedy also for sure.
Mhm.
However, I think comedy needs more work than action for me personally, because I have that physical fitness and years and years of training by
Yeah.
default,
Mhm.
coming from the army background. So like kicks and punches and all come very naturally. I'm not an aggressive human, but I can really be aggressive. I've fought with boys, like, so it'll come very naturally to me.
Mm.
And then it's about postures and really getting it right. And
Right.
so yes, action movies for sure I want to do.
Mhm.
I love that Veer Ras.
Mhm.
I mean, what's more satisfying than feeling brave and a hero and saving the world?
Yeah.
And nothing can beat that. For comedy, I think it takes like, your timing is very important. You got to say things in a certain way
Yeah.
that people actually laugh or do whatever. I think that would be a challenge. Manpurganj ki Bini was
Yes.
comic.
Yeah.
But
You
so
did
maybe
well.
I can.
Yeah. No, you did well in that. It was like I think you do have a very natural comic
Yeah, a bit
sense,
goofy,
I
I
would say.
think.
Yeah, but again, there's like different kinds of comedy, right?
है ना?
Like, yeah. So I
Yeah,
don't
like I
think-
cannot like crack jokes.
Mhm.
I don't know jokes.
Yeah.
So I will end up having like very introspective conversations with people. And that's when I'm like, I need a better sense of humor. I want to crack jokes that people just laugh, and I don't have to share my personal life.
Right.
I can still have a great bond
Mhm.
that ways with people.
Mhm.
Like in a city like Mumbai,
Yeah.
I'm not going trekking and making friends or playing a sport and making friends. So
Mhm.
you only chat.
Mhm.
Now, chatting sometimes can be very personal, right?
Right.
So you don't want to involve that entire personal bit every time. You
Yeah.
want to be like funny and stuff, and
Yeah.
just like spend like 2 hours laughing. Yeah, then I'm quiet usually.
Mhm.
I let the funny person be the star.
No, but no, you are. I'd say you are funny. You are.
My laughter is, I know.
No, you are.
Everybody tells me
Is-
that.
Really?
That
Then
they
you
laugh
laugh
when
or
I laugh.
Okay. It is definitely unique. But kind of people I hate, like usually with laughs, because one of my other
But this
friends
is
also
supposed to also not be natural laugh. One of my acting workshop
Mhm.
teacher, like he's a friend,
Mhm.
he told me that when you're laughing, it will more be like, he's studied this at Adi Shakti,
Mhm.
but it's like, there's a process to it also.
Mhm.
I'll tell you like afterwards.
Yeah, sure.
But can I tell you? Maybe
Yeah, of
like I can
course.
put it
Yeah,
out.
you can. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, like Navras, maybe there are different ways that you can put out emotions and technically go about it without, of course, you do involve your inner world also.
Mhm.
which is involved right now because I am happy. So you touch your upper tongue to your
I'm
upper
also
this
gonna do
thing.
it. Mhm.
Take a deep breath. Now, slowly, slowly, you have to start putting out your breath, okay? In this form.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this actually works. This is hilarious. I had absolutely no idea about that. Wow, it actually works. I don't know whether are you like basically tickling yourself? Is because I felt like I was tickling myself, and that was
See?
really that was that was funny for
So you
sure.
can do that every time like
Yeah.
you feel low or something, you can do that.
That I'm going to steal that and use it liberally. I am going to, and
Done.
you just got a quick acting masterclass. So you're welcome, YouTube. No, but again, you're a woman of many talents. You have also released a song, "Tera Muskurana," and which I heard. It's such a sweet song. Have you also written it, composed? Because I know like you also like to compose. So have you also written it and composed it? Because you also sang in it very beautifully.
What do you think?
But I think you've written it.
Yeah. So the part that I sing, I have written it and composed it. The rest of the song is by Rishabh. So they approached me and they wanted me to, they asked me if I would like to do something, collaborate, and they needed an antara. So the moment I was listening, and then it just like, yeah, that's when like I get into my, into my creation space. So you let that affect you. And I went with the vibe, and it just got something happening from within, and that's when I wrote those lines. And then, of course, sung it.
Nice. Would you be writing any more? Like, is that something
Of
that you would want to? Is
course.
that something that you want to keep doing? Because I think you're a really talented singer. So
I will keep doing that, and it's like a diary writing process for me. Just something that one can also put out, because diary writings you might not, but when it's in form of a song. The first time I composed a song was when I was 12 years old, and I had a little crush on a guy.
Aww.
And that's why song happened, because I was feeling so intensely, but I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't around this person. I didn't have a mobile phone. And I was just feeling so much. And I was like, how do I do? And then pehle I would write my diary entries. I've been doing like since forever. And then next thing I'm humming, and next thing it's a song. So it just, when there are a lot of emotions involved, you just need a level up than just written words. And that's where music comes in, rhythm comes in. Music, yeah.
So all these things that you do, are they some things that you do in between auditions or in between projects, or are you like, no, now this is something that I have to do, so I'm going to take time out for it and just pursue this for a little while and give everything else a backseat?
Yeah, I think like this is a part of my personality. This is just who I naturally am.
Okay.
Like today I wanted to make something. Yesterday I was at a dinner and we were all playing a game, and parallelly I was also thinking about someone. I am like a little like that. At once I can be divergent in my head. And then I had this dhun in my head. So फिर मैंने phone निकाला and then I recorded. So it was like I'm living my normal life, but something just stuck me so strongly that I have to do something about it. Again, like the last song that I've made was actually like the next day of meeting, not next day, I think like 2-3 days after meeting this person and obsessing about this person a little bit, with that person of course having no idea. And I was just like, I don't know, and it just happened. I was thinking about him, and it just happened that I came up with these lines.
Mhm.
Yeah. You want to listen to him?
Yeah.
To those lines?
Yes, of course, of course. I was actually thinking of whether to ask you that or not, because I don't know if you would. But yes,
Because
since
I've been
you've
talking
offered,
about it, I'm just
of
like.
course, yes.
So I'm not singing, okay? But
Yeah.
because I'm talking about the process of how it
Mhm,
happens, that's why.
Sure.
So my memory of this person is I shouldn't share. Probably if he listens, he'll know it's
Figure
him.
it out.
But yeah, this person was really quiet and had like really intense eyes, and I would
Mhm.
just like watch. And I carried this memory of just looking into his eyes,
Mhm.
like looking up and looking into my eyes, and that
Mhm.
just went on and on in my head.
Mhm.
And this song happened. It just got a very interesting, it's a certain way that I am not otherwise. It's a little Indian and let's see, but it goes like
Mhm.
कहीं दूर से देखो ताके पिया पर कुछ भी बोले ना हाँ कहीं दूर से देखो ताके पिया पर कुछ भी बोले ना अब दिखते हो इतना कि नजरों से तेरी हमें प्यार हुआ अब दिखते हो इतना कि नजरों से तेरी हमें प्यार हुआ
क्या बात है, क्या बात है, ब्यूटीफुल यार, सो इतना ज्यादा दिल भरा है उसमें, वेरी नाइस यार। अभी मुझे एकदम ऐसे क्या क्या, जैसे लाइक माय हार्ट इज लाइक so sweet, very nice, very nice. I really hope you go ahead with this, and I get to hear the full song, and a very nice, the melody is also so nice, it's very sweet. Overall it has very, very sweet
made
feel
with
about
love.
it. Yes, and it really shows. I think this is something that abhi I don't know, like at least in the internet era now, um because of all the trolling and everything that happens on internet, it's become so easy to just shatter someone's world or their ideas. um Even if you make it with love, I think it shows.
Emotions,
Yeah,
soulfulness.
yes,
like if it's a facade, it's a facade. You can see it and then you can be objective about it and like it or not like it.
yeah,
But if it's just got a lot of intention in it and it means something to you, whatever it is, I think,
right.
even if it's like a sports person really rehearsing and practicing, you can't like make fun of it. And
Yeah,
it's one of those things.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for me to like put out the song or something, I do think
It
about
must be.
trolling
Yeah,
because I'm like,
I
oh,
mean,
what? बट अब इसमें मैं क्या ही करूँ ना, मैंने सोच के बनाया है कि यार है तो धांसू ऐसा बनाऊंगी. It's just happened, right?
Yeah.
So what do? And then you share with the world and
and
like
hope for
it
the
or
best. I
not.
mean, you always, I feel like in this age there are pros and cons of the internet, but I think in this age you always end up finding an audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you just can reach so many people now.
And people might resonate with your idea, with that emotion, with that feeling. And that's helpful because what did we do as, like, when we watch movies, what do we really do? We're finding an escape through those characters. We're living our fantasized version of the world through those characters a lot of times. Now, even as audience, like when Shah Rukh Khan does whatever he does in the movie, you're like living through his character. You also feel like a hero. I'm like, yeah, I'm the best. I'm the best. And they evoke that in you. So conviction,
absolutely, absolutely. You mentioned, I'm sure you must have faced trolling like on Instagram and stuff. And how do you deal with that?
That's why I don't put hot pictures because I'm so scared they're gonna write like really naughty things, and I don't know how to deal with it. I get very awkward about it. So
because sometimes it's just really bizarre. Because I have recently, like 2 days ago, this happened to me. I just like, sent 3 hearts as a comment on one of my friends'
Yeah.
reel or something. ऐसे कुछ
Yeah.
प्यारा सा reel था तो मैंने
हाँ जी.
ऐसे 3 hearts भेज दिए. तो this absolutely random person, I have no idea who that is. Never met, like I don't even know if that's a real account or not. But that person replied to my comment saying, "शर्म कर तेरी बीवी है." And I was like, firstly, where are you getting this information that I'm married? I'm not. And why? Why are you like? What have I done that is so wrong? Like, it's a sweet reel. I'm just sending a couple of hearts, which is
I in fact put a white heart on somebody's post today, and then I was like, wait, but if they see and what if they do it? So I deleted. Because I wanted to be careful that okay, मैं कुछ भी content डालूं, but when I'm interacting with other people's posts, maybe I can be a little careful about it.
But like, but there is very little now that you can get away with.
Some people get angry also, like, that's the worst when like you're really working hard in life and you are actually doing such significant stuff that's not easy. That's not everybody's cup of tea. You are doing it. Probably not filming all of that and putting, right?
Yeah.
A lot of things go behind the scenes.
Right.
But what goes on the scene is probably a certain thing. Say a hot picture in this case. They will just like forget everything else about who you are and what you've done. And because it seems like for sure when somebody writes something really like
nasty.
Like, like माँ बाप कुछ बोलते नहीं or like parents something. However, like because I've been on reality shows like India's Next Top Model and Superstar, so I've gained that credibility and usually people are really nice. Like I get good comments, substantial ones like, hey, I saw you there, and those are of course fewer in numbers. Because I don't make many inspirational posts. I mean, how much will you make? And one can, but you again, I'm not sure. Like, I want to make it like an, like a motivation page yet. Because I am an actor. So some things I just pull like chill things. Oh, I'm so I'm scared. Like they shouldn't think that, hey, I'm privileged or hey, I'm this, Because that's not the truth. That's not what my life is. It's a lot of work. So
it is.
Then you just feel bad. If I was actually chilling and being like, oh, मैं तो hot photo डाली हूँ, popularity के लिए or something. No, it's not like that because I like that outfit. I don't even have that filter that somebody else would have. I am a design student. I see a certain garment in a certain perspective, like Victoria's Secret angels. I love them, and I'm like, oh my god, I would love to look like that. And if I have a picture of me looking like really beautiful, but in that way, I'd be like, why not? And I get excited, like, yay! Like one person that I shoot with, Farooq Chotia, he is an amazing, amazing photographer. He's shot like, he keeps low key, and he's, if you like look up, you'll probably know. But so if I've shot like a hot picture, me and Farooq are like, whoa, we're killing it. He's also like, nice fun. I'm like, yay. I'm like, it's so good. And I'm so excited to put up a lot of hearts and good comments also. But some will be like, like, apne behavior ko check mein rakho. But behavior, so uska kya dena? I'm just like looking like a piece of art. What's the problem?
Well, let's not open that that chest of problems of what's the problem. I don't think that'll. I mean, we'll never stop talking because,
Yeah, but it just feels bad now when people write like naughty things.
It feels very bad. I mean, वो तो वही तो problem होने लगी है कि अभी कोई भी कुछ भी बोल सकता है. And there are literally almost no consequences. So rarely you get consequences to comments, and some of them are like threats, like they're just downright threats of like horrible things, which is just horrifying to think about. But I hope you get a lot more positive fans and
like I'm very grateful for the people that I have because it's a very niche crowd as of now. And like after your series release and all, you have lots more people following. But I make sure that time I'm just posting like series related stuff, even if I'm archiving it later. But I like to keep the attention on my work. But when I'm not shooting, of course, then I put like, hey, I went to dance class and I did this and that. And I think it's okay, not that controversial.
Okay.
I like it that way.
Okay, Pranati, you have done a lot of work. You have done a lot of things, and you are a very accomplished person. And I'm so glad that you said yes to do this show. I think we've barely scratched the surface. I would love to talk to you for another 2-3 hours straight. But unfortunately, we are out of time. I
Damn.
know, but you're always welcome here again. You are a part of the show and you're welcome here anytime.
Thank you.
Yeah, but before we go, there's a small tradition that we do on the show. Okay, I'm going to give you a sentence.
Oh, okay. I
These
was
are my
just
no-
curious.
these are my- these are my
I
no-
haven't seen these yet.
This is a little tradition that we are trying to do on the show.
Okay.
Since it's our first season.
Hmm.
I'm going to give you a sentence and you're going to fill in the adjective in
Huh.
that sentence. Okay.
Apart from
So,
Pyar Dosti hai, which
apart
I'm
from
taking,
Pyar-
I am taking this t-shirt. Yes.
Yep. She has already claimed that she's this
Totally.
t-shirt she is going to take. All right, I will just
And
go
I'm
home
getting
without a
him
t-shirt
another
then.
one downstairs. Yeah, I'll get you another one.
No, okay, so the sentence is, hi, my name is Pranati, and I feel dash about sailing in the same boat with Aditya. So you have to fill up that dash. And I felt dash about sailing in the same boat with Aditya. So whenever you're ready, you can either look to this camera or the central camera.
Okay, so I am Pranati Rai Prakash, and I feel observed and recognized
About sailing
sailing
in the same
in
boat
the same boat
as
as
Aditya.
Aditya.
Wow, okay, that is, wow, okay, very interesting, very different from all the episodes so far.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Pranati. Thank you for being here. Thank you for saying yes to doing this. It was an absolute pleasure to talk to you.
My pleasure.
I hope you had fun. If
I
not,
did.
if nothing, yeah. So thank you all for watching. I hope you watched all the way up until here. If you have, please like, share, subscribe, comment, share, and whatever. Do everything. Share it on your WhatsApp groups. I don't know. Just help us a little bit. All right. See you.